Shri D. Rajya.
Sir, while participating in this very important discussion, I take this opportunity to salute the people of Nepal who fought against monarchy, led by particularly the left in Nepal, and brought an end to the rule of monarchy in Nepal. Now people of Nepal are struggling to emerge
did not want to speak.
as a democracy,
Be pressing button
as a
off.
modern republic
He
in the
spoke.
contemporary history.
Spoke. Huh?
And we should salute the people of Nepal for this historic change, for their heroic struggle against monarchy. Sir, as India, we have very good relationship with Nepal. I quote a part of the statement made by Sushma ji, very experienced minister in the government today. I quote, our 1950 Friendship Treaty provides for open borders, free movement, and gives Nepalese citizens effective national treatment in terms of education and employment in India, including in our army as well as in some civil services where they are allowed to compete along with Indians. Sir, this sums up the relationship between India and Nepal, the friendship that we have with Nepal. But now there are perceptions. Sushma ji may say they are just perceptions, they are not true. There are perceptions that India didn't welcome or didn't take a positive stand towards the adoption of constitution by the Nepali people. And there are perceptions India is behind the blockade that is going on, due to which the people of Nepal are not getting medicines, are not getting LPG, diesel, and other essential commodities. Sir, Nepal being a landlocked country, and it has age-old friendship with India, and India should see that Nepal should not confront such a humanitarian crisis, and they should get the goods in time. But there is a perception, maybe Sushma ji will say, India is not behind such disruptions, India is not behind such blockade, it is not India which is responsible for this. But there is a perception. If that is so, I request the government, you allow international media, national media to go to our borders and report to the world what is truth, who is wrong, and what is actually going on our borders, why the so-called blockade continues, why the people of Nepal have to suffer. So I advise or I suggest the government to send an international media or national media to report. Sir, when I say this, as far as our foreign policy towards Nepal is concerned, somewhere down the line, China comes in as a factor. China influences in shaping our friendship or our attitude towards Nepal. The same thing happened in case of Sri Lanka also. China, because China will come into our theater, Indian Ocean is our theater. If we don't support Mr. Rajapaksa, we don't support the government there in Sri Lanka, China will come in, or some Pakistan will come in, or Israel will come in. So let us not get into, let us not be scared of the so-called Chinese bogey, because China is also a friendly country, and we have border with China, and the border talks with China are at a higher level. Our cooperation with China is improving. It is all positive. But how come China becomes a factor in shaping our foreign policy towards Nepal? and shaping our foreign policy towards Sri Lanka. And in case of Sri Lanka, we let down, this is my understanding, we let down the Tamil cause and we let down to protect the interests of Tamil people and provide justice to the Tamil people in Sri Lanka. Still, they are suffering and no justice. And even the UNHRC has said there should be credible inquiry into war crimes and genocide, and we let down that. There also the Chinese factor was used, and here also the Chinese factor is used to shape our policy towards, sir, I am finished, Nepal. So India should pursue an independent foreign policy, and India should take a moral political position. And India is India, sir. Well, for everything we say India is India, but when it comes to Nepal, when it comes to Sri Lanka, where is India? And we should be proud that we are taking an independent foreign policy position towards Nepal and Sri Lanka. Lastly, I must say, sir, and Nepal has borders with our many states, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand. When we entered into, when this House, August House passed Indo-Bangladesh boundary treaty agreement, it was passed unanimously and there was consultation with the state governments, Bengal, Assam, Mizoram, all northeast state governments were consulted. But when it comes to Nepal, I think the state governments bordering Nepal, they also must be taken into confidence. When it comes to Sri Lanka, the state government of Tamil Nadu must be taken into confidence. The resolutions passed by the assemblies, the approach given by the respective state governments must be given due consideration. Then only our foreign policy can be a policy on the basis of a national consensus. Foreign policy should not be treated as a monopoly domain of government of the day, and people should be involved, all regions must be involved, then only our foreign policy can be a foreign policy which will be appreciated all over the world. With these words I conclude. Thank you.